Welcome to another Rolled in Reacts episode. This customer came in complaining about a loud banging noise from their engine. This customer came in for a pre-purchase inspection of this car, and this is what the mechanic found. This car rolled in because it had some differential issues after another shop had rebuilt it for cheap. This classic Rolls-Royce came in because of an engine problem right after the owner had just purchased it. The mechanic pulled the engine apart and discovered that someone had already tried fixing it, but done it with some JB weld. Looks good. Customer states, car needs a wheel alignment. And this customer came in with a stock parking brake. The mechanic found that the customer must like peanut butter a lot because the whole center console was swimming in it. I think someone missed something. The owner of this truck came in complaining about a wobbling steering wheel. And this mechanic had worked on this stock snap bolt for a solid 30 minutes when it finally started to turn. And this customer somehow drove in with their brakes in this condition. This car came in for a clunking noise when driving over speed bumps. Turns out it was a pretty bust idler arm. This customer complained about vibration when driving. Customer states, car has starting issues, please advise. And this customer came in saying that they drove their truck downhill at top speed, but now can't tell how fast they're driving. This customer came in because their car was clunking when going over speed bumps. And this car came in because of a clunking noise coming from the wheels. This Kia Soul came in for an oil change and strange noises coming from the engine. Apparently, the issue was a loose bottom alternator bolt, and this mechanic had some extra help when working on this engine. This customer came in complaining about clunking noises from the rear. Oh! This customer came in saying that they hear a clunking noise anytime they try accelerate rapidly. And this car came in for an oil and filter change, but the filter wouldn't come off, so the mechanic had to be a little bit creative. This customer fixed their engine problem all by themselves. Uh-oh. Customer states, car jerks hard whenever I floor it. This car came in because the customer said it had a timing belt issue, but this is what the mechanic found. This car came in for a seasonal wheel swap when the mechanic found this. This customer had hit a curb with their Beetle doing 30 miles an hour or 50 kilometers an hour. And this customer came in because they think their engine sounds too much like a truck. And this customer complained about their glove box not wanting to remain closed. Customer states, went on a road trip up north, started hearing clunking noises from the back. And this customer had hit a pretty big curb pretty fast. The owner of this Ford Edge came in saying, whenever I go in reverse, the entire world is upside down. This Toyota Avalon came in for a post-purchase inspection, and this is what the mechanic found. This Nissan Navara came in because of a noisy engine. The mechanic later discovered that the last oil change was 42,000 miles ago. And this customer had an oil leak after hitting something small on his way back from work. And this customer was driving through a puddle of water that turned out to be a larger pothole. Customer states, need tire repair after hitting something on the road. Customer states, every time I go on longer drives, I get ants in my pants. This Mazda 6 rolled in because it had a pretty bad engine knock. Apparently, the customer had driven it like this for almost a year before deciding to come into the shop. And this customer came in complaining about poor airflow from their AC. And this customer came in with his brakes on fire after he accidentally topped off his brake system with power steering fluid. This customer had apparently gotten a flat tire but had kept on driving because they were late for a meeting. Customer states, car wobbles and is loud when driving on the highway. This customer had apparently hit a large pothole doing 40 miles an hour. The owner of this car had troubles opening the hood after an oil change at a different shop. And this car came in because the owner had a rattling noise when accelerating. And this car needs some new bearings ASAP. Customer states, engine sounds louder than normal, please advise. And this Dodge Magnum rolled in because of a fuel leak. The mechanic discovered that the fuel tank had a hole in it right next to the exhaust. This car came in for a new ignition coil harness after a mouse had snacked on the old one. And this car came in because the owner complained about a clunking sound. This customer came in complaining about a clunking noise. This Honda CR-V came in for a strange noise while driving. Besides the obvious issues with the drive shaft, the steering rack and the steering input also had their fair set of problems. Uh-oh. The owner of this car came in because they heard a hissing sound from the back door. Thankfully, the mechanic was not afraid of snakes. This Chevy Tahoe came in for a regular oil change when the mechanic discovered this. The owner of this car had their catalytic converter stolen, but apparently didn't notice anything until they came in for an oil change a few days later. This 2019 Ford Ranger came in on a tow truck because the customer had accidentally dropped a socket into the engine. And this is what the mechanic found once he opened it up. Thankfully, the customer's insurance covered the cost of a replacement engine. This customer came in because they hear a knocking sound from their newly installed transmission. Unfortunately for this customer, it looks like they might need another transmission replacement. Customer states, loud growling noises when driving on the highway. Customer states, left rear door won't open from the inside. A bit like magic, right? And this customer came in because they hear a rattling sound after having had their car parked in a barn for a few weeks. Customer states, starting issues. Customer states, car runs weird when idling. This 2003 Nissan Altima came in because the owner complained about a loss of power, oil pressure light coming on, and it randomly stalling on him. Apparently, the owner had kept the engine on a low oil diet, and this is the amount of metal that the mechanic found in the oil filter. This car had its engine done at another shop, but came in because it was leaking oil. The mechanic found the rear main seal and a couple broken valve springs to be the cause. And this customer came in with their Ford F-150 because their brakes keep locking up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and until next time.